In Islam, the upbringing of children is not merely a social or biological responsibility. It is considered a profound religious and moral duty and a trust, amana, from God. The importance placed on upbringing is immense, as it is seen as the primary means of preserving and transmitting the faith and of building a righteous society. Here are the key aspects that highlight the importance of upbringing in Islam. 1. It is a divine trust and a parent's responsibility. The family is the foundational unit of Islamic society, and parents are directly accountable to God for how they raise their children. Quranic guidance. The Quran is filled with prayers of righteous prophets asking God for righteous offspring. For example, Prophet Abraham, prayed, "My Lord, grant me a child from among the righteous." Quran 37:100. This shows that having righteous children is a blessing from God that one should seek. Prophetic emphasis. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Every one of you is a shepherd and is responsible for his flock." The leader of people is a shepherd and responsible for his flock. A man is the shepherd of his family and is responsible for his flock. A woman is the shepherd of her husband's household and is responsible for her flock. Sahih al-Bukhari. This hadith establishes that parents are shepherds, responsible for their children's well-being in this life and the next. 2. The goal is to form a righteous human being. The ultimate objective of Islamic upbringing is not just to raise successful or intelligent individuals, but to raise pious, morally upright, and God-conscious, taqwa, human beings who will be good servants of God and beneficial to society. This involves a balanced development of faith, iman, instilling the belief in one God, tawheed, the angels, the scriptures, the prophets, the day of judgment, and divine decree. Worship, ibadah, teaching the pillars of Islam, prayer, fasting, etc., and making them a natural part of life. Character, akhlaq, cultivating excellent moral character, such as honesty, kindness, patience, respect for elders, and compassion for all of creation. Intellect, AQL, encouraging the pursuit of beneficial knowledge, critical thinking, and reflection on God's creation. 3. The concept of fitra, the innate disposition. A fundamental Islamic belief is that every child is born in a state of fitra, a natural, innate predisposition to recognize and worship God alone. The Prophet, PBUH, said, "No child is born except upon fitra, the natural state of Islam. It is his parents who make him a Jew or a Christian or a Magian." Sahih Muslim. This places an enormous responsibility on parents. The role of upbringing is to nurture and protect this innate fitra, providing an environment where it can flourish. A neglectful or negative upbringing can corrupt or obscure this natural state. 4. Practical components of Islamic upbringing. Islamic teachings provide clear guidance on the practical aspects of raising children, from birth. Recommendations include giving the child a good name, performing tarnik, softening a date and rubbing it on the baby's palate, and the akikah, a sacrifice offered on the 7th day. Early childhood, 07, this phase is about love, play, and laying the foundation. The famous prophetic advice is, play with them for the first 7 years of their life, then teach them for the next 7 years, then be their friend for the next 7 years. The primary goal here is to make children feel loved and secure, associating Islam with warmth and mercy. The age of discipline, 7-14, this is the phase of formal education and discipline. Children are gently taught and commanded to pray at the age of 7. The Prophet, PBUH, said, "Command your children to pray at the age of 7, and beat them for not offering it at the age of 10. Sunan Abi Dawood. It's crucial to understand that the beating mentioned here is a light, non-harmful disciplinary measure of last resort, heavily regulated by scholars to prevent abuse, with the primary emphasis being on gentle teaching and encouragement. The age of friendship, 14 plus, as children become young adults, the parent's role shifts to that of a mentor and friend. They guide through advice, consultation, shura, and reasoning, respecting the growing maturity of the youth. 5. Consequences and rewards. A continuous charity, Sadaqah Jariyah, the Prophet, Pbuh, taught that when a person dies, their deeds come to an end except for 3, a continuing charity, beneficial knowledge, or a righteous child who prays for them. This makes righteous upbringing a source of ongoing reward for parents even after their death. Accountability. Neglecting this duty is a grave sin. Failing to teach a child right from wrong, or setting a bad example, is a breach of the divine trust, amana. In conclusion, in Islam, upbringing is the cornerstone of the faith's continuity and the well-being of humanity. It is a holistic process that seeks to nurture the body, mind, and soul of a child, guiding them from the innate state of fitra to a conscious, willing, and joyful submission to God. It is a parent's most significant project, one for which they will be questioned on the Day of Judgment and from which they can reap eternal rewards.